Hello. All right. Says I'm live. Oh, I still have my shades. I guess I don't need them. I'm not out. Oh, hello, baby. Oh, Miss Joshua. Oh, did you know I'm talking about cats tonight? I am trying to reach out to all cat ladies of the world and beg for your assistance, please. If you're tuning in and you know any cat ladies, like get them here now. Oh man. All right. Let me give it a minute. Hey, Sunny, how's it going? Oh, listening to God Bless America just now? Well, I hope you like it. There could obviously be many more verses. Uh, love cat ladies. I'm one for sure. Good, because I need you big time. So, uh-oh. Okay, hopefully that's not somebody pulling anything down. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let me ease into this. Had 6, now only 3. Well, I have 7 and I almost had 0 yesterday. So, yeah, I need you. I don't care what you have going on in your life. You need to stay here for this video. I'm going to ease into it though. And my little kitty knew Mama is sitting in my lap right now. It was so cute. Right when I turned on the live, she jumped up in my lap. All right. Oh, I'm not flipping you off, man. I had another injury. I literally sliced the tip off completely, my finger. And I've had this on since yesterday. I haven't posted, well, I haven't even seen it today because I'm scared, honestly, just thinking about it and just, ugh. I literally sliced the tip off, all the way off, like off. And yeah, so I can't put a tight bandage on. So there's this big bulky thing. And so keep this in mind when I talk about my meltdown with my cats yesterday. Keep this in mind. Oh, okay. Here's my water. Good. Oh, I can lift stuff with it. It was throbbing. Oh, dude. It didn't feel good. And it doesn't look good. Like there was something other than skin. I can't even talk about it without like feeling it happen again. And for those of you interested, I am using only the all wound heal all balm I made, or self heal balm with a self heal herb. And I only put it on once last night and once today. So I'll definitely keep track and do updates, but I'm seriously afraid I'm going to traumatize somebody if I take the thing off. So we're just going to wait till it gets better before I share that because dude, I feel constipated now just thinking about it. It's messed up. All right. So seriously, cat ladies, if you know any cat ladies, please get them here. I need your help. If I was doing this video yesterday, which I thought about, I would have been crying and sniffling and I had a total meltdown. And, I decided to share it on Instagram. Well, I'm banned on Facebook, but it gets shared to my public page on Facebook. But I decided to share it because, everything's not perfect, right? And things in my life have, been going all right. You know what I mean? And sometimes it feels like, oh, I can't post this because it's too good. That's like way too many good things in a row. People are going to think it's fake or just, you know what I mean? And life isn't always just perfect, right? So I share those things, and I thought I could have hid it, right? I could have pretended that I don't have any issues or whatever. But dude, I got issues too. Everything always isn't perfect in paradise. And after sleeping on it and everything, I have solutions. I mowed yesterday. Mowing is an awesome meditation for me. It was actually the 5th day this week. It's a big yard. And I break it all the time, so I'm always behind. So it takes like a week to get caught up again. But anyways, so I came up with a bunch of ideas and stuff to start implementing. So yeah, I guess I'll just start. Yeah, so I had so life's been, you know, difficult in some areas, challenging, right? Like, and buying a home during a planned pandemic and not being able to get essentials like literal essentials, rubbing alcohol, refrigerators, freezers, generators, gardening tools. I can't even remember everything. You know what I mean? That cat stuff, like everything. It's been dramatic. So that this the fleas, right? And oh, man. So I wasn't, Joshua was just going out a little bit during the day and then they got upstairs. So then whatever happened, she dropped an egg or whatever. And it literally downstairs went from 0 to a million, literally overnight, even though the cats weren't even downstairs for like at least a week at that point. So that and I'm supposed to be harvesting, preserving, cooking, still building the home, just doing things. And so this whole last few weeks, every day has been taken up with cats. All right, 4 vacuums I've gone through. Okay, or not through, 2 of them are still alive, but the one that broke when I was trying to clean up the DE from the first series of the downstairs cat thing. And so, oh my God, living in that kind of torture, right? And then, so I ordered a Dyson. I'm like, wow, I'm going to have the best vacuum ever made. And, I haven't touched, one since like one of the older ones. And I Googled like the best vacuums for fleas and flea cleanup and stuff. And so it worked for half of the room and then quit sucking. Oh, yeah, that felt really good too. And then, so 7 cats is a lot. You know what I mean? Like they compete for mommy's boobs still, even though they're too old, and she doesn't like it. She's been miserable because she just wants to have her life back, right? And so then they compete for my time. And if I'm busy, then they compete against each other to see who can destroy the most shit, right? And I'm talking a lot of shit. My computer monitors, my microphones, my keyboards, big ass, beautiful antique lamps, vases, glass. Oh, dude, I can't even remember everything right now. But yeah, it's almost like a competition thing. Like one goes and sees how much they can fuck up. So then the other one's like, oh, I could do better than that. And that's like normal pack mentality type stuff, right? So at the end of the day, everything I'm telling you about right now, it's ultimately like it's my fault, right? and we'll talk about that. And then I'll talk about some of the solutions that I implemented that made yesterday and today like two totally different worlds. But yeah, and I'm not trying to make excuses. I had a meltdown and I felt like a dick. You know what I mean? Like I was crying. I yelled at them. I told them I hate them. Like, oh my God. It was terrible. Like so all of that piled up, the fleas, and then there I am trying to clean their room. So this whole flea process, they're mad at me. The DE and the dust, the essential oils, getting sprayed all the time. I bought like these natural flea collars. They didn't do shit, but like basically everything I've done to help them, they feel like they're being punished. So they rebelled harder. So if I'm not fighting squash bugs, then it's armadillos or flies or fleas or my cats, my happy, beautiful family. So, anyways, that's why I decided to share it yesterday because, so people were so sweet and supportive and just, that was really awesome. So, thank you. But yeah, I mean, I'm still a real person. You know what I mean? So, yeah. All right. So that's the deal. So yesterday everything blew up when they rebelled. So there ended up being like 8 pieces of poo on the floor. I clean their poo every day, sometimes twice a day. Okay. And up until, the real harsh, severe cleaning, it was just Jupiter not using the box. And, was it because they were being potty trained when he was being amputated? He kind of got a free pass, but again, it's all on me, right? So, yeah, when I saw that and like when they broke my privacy screen and the brackets and had it lodged between the antique bed and my bed, like even I couldn't get it. I don't even know how they got it in there. There's like, it's impossible. And shit flying. Yesterday, I'm like, I cannot do this anymore. I don't want you anymore. I hate you. After I clean the fleas, go away. Or, just like, oh. And they don't know that what I'm doing is to try to help them, right? And because I love them. And I just feel like I have been working. I mean, I have. This is a big ass house, sweeping, mopping, spraying, vacuuming every day, twice a day, 3 times a day. Like, you know what I mean? And oh, all the carpets. Oh my God. So I drug him out of here. I just threw him over the rail of the balcony. Like, I'm not even going to deal with it. I'm just like, that's it. I took out all the carpets, all the blankets, everything that is soft and stuff to pee on. And then after this, Jupiter actually tried to pee on the floor, like right in front of me. I'm like, no. So I picked him up and put him in a litter box and then put him in a cage. And so apparently that's helped because I watched him go in the litter box twice today and he's out right here, right now in my bed. So let me take a little break and then I'll kind of get into some of the conclusions I made and the implementations and see what kind of advice y'all have. But also keep in mind, whatever advice you have, look, dude, I have 13 acres. I can't fence it. I cannot buy anything else more for cats. I've already spent over 3 months mortgage. Okay. And then I've had to buy mass amounts of essential oils and I'm trying to get the outside. So like $600 there. The 3 vacuums that I had to buy like all of this stuff, like literally the credit card's max. Like I can't even get my own essentials. So whatever solutions you have, like no more toys, no more money, no more. It can't. It just fucking can't. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But I'll get into what I've done in a second. Hello, pretty girl. Let me show your pretty face because we're talking about you, but you know that. That's probably why you jumped in my lap right when I hit the button. You notice how pissed she's looked all the other time? She's so much happier now. And she has been a hell of a mom, let me tell you. But she's at that phase where she's like, get away from me. I just want my alone time. And they're always gang stalking her, just like they're gang stalking me. And it is cute sometimes, but getting woken up how many times throughout the night, how many times in the morning, just, you know what I mean? So, again, the bottom line, it's all on me and I have to make changes. And just the 24 hours of changes has been such a crazy, amazing difference. So, yeah, we'll talk about that. I need some water and I'm going to catch up on comments here. Okay, Sunny, Diane, Emily, what up? Thank you for being here. Okay. So good. You heard God bless America. You work, I know. I do work hard, Diane. Thank you for noticing because I'm just like, and that's one of my questions. Like the only real cat ladies you hear or see ever, the ones on the crazy TV shows, or some weird neighbor that the house stinks and it's like hoarding and like, you know what I mean? I'm not going to live that way. And I'm taking care of 13 acres by myself, growing, preserve, maintaining a. Thank you. Because yeah, yesterday I just felt so unappreciated. Like, how do you not see and then to fit in vacuuming till like midnight and then first thing in the morning and then spraying the whole damn house, like I'm gonna cry again. Yeah, it's been hard. And that's why yesterday I'm like, I can't do this anymore. Like I'm not doing what I need to do for me. I haven't juiced all week, right? And I had to cut off my kitchen time because of the flea thing downstairs. Like I couldn't just, swap my ankles every 3 seconds. You can't get anything done, right? So I just doused everything in DE, baking soda, salt, and then oils, and then without having to vacuum those few days, so I lost all that kitchen time. And so yeah, okay, I'm rambling. All right, Emily, hopefully you got it to stop bleeding quickly. Not so much quickly. So if I could have peeled an onion, I would have used an onion skin. I could not do that because basically the whole hand was numb, and I need two hands to do that. So that would have been my first choice. I couldn't do it. So I actually, yesterday, I didn't use this type of gauze because I was afraid it might stick to it. But I mean, well, initially I rinsed it and then I just squeezed it with a bunch of paper towels and stuff and just let it, dude, it was like pumping, like squirt, dude, there was blood everywhere. It was the most blood I've seen in a while. Like, yeah. So, I did not get to do anything but water, and I had to struggle just to open up my first aid, but and find things and do it with one hand. So I ended up with a different one of these and kept it super loose like this. And like when I mowed and stuff, I tied at the actual wrapper of the bandages because it's kind of plasticky over, and tied it down here. So like mowing and weeding and things like that, I get like I got knocked out on the mower. You know what I mean? I get hit with debris and stuff, and I'm like totally full of everything. So I'm trying to keep it clean. Again, I have not actually taken this off since yesterday because I don't want to see it. And as much as it hurts me just thinking about it, yeah, I might get. I might get censored for good reason because it is pretty graphic. Like I cut it off and like I don't know what was underneath. It was bad. Okay, so cayenne, yeah, I didn't do no, couldn't make anything. I used my all wound self-heal balm. That did oh my god, dude. It did exactly as it did with the cat bite and scratch and all that pain and swelling. It took the pain away just as I was putting it on, but I didn't put it like in the hole because it literally is a hole. There's a picture on Instagram if you really want to see it. Um, yeah, but I put it around it and then put the thing on, and so it, it's in there, but I didn't like stuff it in there. I'm not good with cuts and shit like that. I just don't like it at all. It's yeah, like yeah. Uh it's like bugs. No, I don't know which is worse. I hate them both equally. All right. All right. So cayenne pepper used in different ways can slow stop bleeding in seconds, minutes. I think it's cayenne pepper mixed with honey. Emily says, I've stopped unstoppable nosebleeds just drinking the tincture in water slowly. Wow, cayenne tincture in water. If I ever get a nosebleed, I'll keep that in mind. And knowing me, I probably will, because I pretty much find a way to injure myself in all ways possible. Again, I've had 2 broken noses in my life. I did it both times. Yeah, I didn't get punched and I'm not like taking responsibility because I made someone punch me. No, like I literally did it. So okay, you supposedly could put it directly in wounds. I'm not going to be putting cayenne in my wounds. Definitely not a big old open. Nope, nope, nope. I would have used onion skin again, like the super thin layer on the inside, if I could have gotten that, but I couldn't. So, Dr. John Christopher, he's awesome. I used to talk about him in the show. So I love what he said. There are no incurable diseases, only incurable people. All right. So Dr. Christopher is the one to look up for formulas and various problems because it's a 24/7. Yeah, no shit. So here's the good news. Before I get through all the comments, there is good news, dude. So downstairs, there were only a couple baby fleas today. Yesterday, there was a few babies. So it's been less and less. And like today, so this morning, there were those like 2 baby fleas. I sprayed again. And the whole day, and cooking and in and out, I had 0. And I even walked on all the carpet, stood there long enough, or, there were 2 fleas in the garage today when I went out to like weed whack and stuff. And obviously, I knew that would happen because when I take down the laundry every single day and, spray up there, like I'll spray them and then I guess fleas jump off at some point or the vacuum. And yeah, but yesterday I wrapped everything up and just threw it down there. So I was kind of expecting that, but there were only 2 babies. So that's good. And there hasn't been any that's jumped on me up here. I have been seeing dead flea bodies on the floors. Occasionally I did get those traps with the lights and stickers and stuff, and they haven't caught all that many. I think it's mostly been the oils, and I'll tell you which oils are the game changers after I get through this. But yeah, so there were a few on their cat trees, like some dead and maybe like 2 that were alive jumping. That was when I sprayed last night, but I sprayed twice yesterday, then sprayed again today. Yeah, and then there were a couple on a couple of the kitties, like under here. So I sprayed them again, and they weren't as mad at me this time. Like I didn't have to wrestle them or fight them. They just kind of let me, and then even stayed in my lap and cuddled with me after, which normally they would be like, "You bitch," and run off and then go shit somewhere to show me, how mad they were. So that didn't happen today. So the flea war. So I'm still washing everything. I'm still vacuuming, sweeping. Now, when this is all done, like 100%, and the out, like there's literally like zero anywhere on any cat or anything, and outside. So also I've been mowing, right, and trying to keep that real tight for the fleas and the flies and the grasshoppers, cricket, all. Yeah. So no more armadillos all week, which is really awesome. The last time I saw two, shot them both, and I haven't seen any since. So hopefully that's the last of the pack. But I'm still patrolling. Oh, Jupiter looks so cute. He's just all passed out. Okay, let me get back to comments before I talk more about the things I did. We've had so many rescues. We live in the country, and for whatever reason, people get sick of their pets and then boom, drive them to the country and dump them. We've had 3 rescues in as many years. Oh, well, that's nice that you take them in. I haven't, just that dog that comes here, but no strays of anything have come by. In fact, when I lived in the Ozarks before, the deer and raccoons and everyone would like come up to my door, and I've hung out with the raccoons at like a healthy, say, 30-foot distance, and possums, deer, so stuff like that. But they're not coming up to me like, hey, you want to be my friend this time yet. So I don't know, maybe they're feeling me out and seeing how much food I'm going to give them. So they seem happy because they're not touching my garden at all. Like literally at all, not once, not even the squirrels that emptied my pear and peach tree before they were even ripe. But in all fairness to them, those trees were not in the area where I told them that they weren't allowed to touch. So but next year, so that's why I'm putting my trees like in my area, and then I intend them to have the rest of the area. All right. Okay, good move. Get rid of carpeting. Yeah, it's beautiful hardwood floors, but I saved those carpets because I thought, and I bought a couple because I thought kitties would want to cuddle on a carpet, right? Um, yeah. And the carpets that I brought with me, I was going to use to make cat toys with after they didn't need them anymore. But now, yeah, I'm not even going to clean them anymore. I'm just done. I am done. I threw them over the balcony, and they're going to sit there till my housemate gets here. And yeah, plus they're heavy as fuck, and I had one hand, dude. Okay. So all of that drama with one hand. Yeah, I had a meltdown, and I was a fucking asshole to my cats. I yelled at them, man. I yelled at them. I told them I hate them. And I just felt so terrible. And I can't even believe they forgive me. I mean, of course I can. I didn't like, hit them or, but they were jerks too. And we had a heart to heart. It was so beautiful. And they were so cute, like watching me as I'm crying and just, expressing how I felt. And yeah, then they came up one by one and just hugged me, and oh, be careful up there. Yeah. Yeah, so there was no hard feelings. And even after I had to put some of them in prison. So it's like an extra large dog crate. And there's plenty of space, but it's prison. They're not free and they're not playing with their toys. And yeah, so I had to finally start putting Jupiter there. I can't just use the leg as an excuse anymore. Plus, when it became evident they were rebelling about being sprayed, yeah, it's like, all right, you want to fuck with me? Okay. All right. So, yes, I have 8 litter boxes. Yeah. And when I bought like the last couple, I thought, oh, Jupiter's really gonna love this because it has see what I mean? You fucking Nazi cunt. Oh my god. Cool. Well, so you can't go up there anymore. You go up there one more time, and I'm gonna put you in your room. So yeah, getting to the solutions and how it was all my fault. Well, I tried giving them boundaries. They broke through every barrier, so I finally gave up, right? And just trusted that they would just do the right thing. They're kittens. Of course they're not going to do the right thing, right? So that was on me. Like they needed to be taught boundaries and rules and structure first. So I had to decide, all right, I need to start like I mean, can you even train a cat? I didn't even think it was possible. So I didn't even the thought never crossed my mind. I just thought it would be perfect like it always is. So, yeah. So now I only let them have full reign, one or two kittens at a time, with mom having full reign because, she's been feeling punished too. And she shouldn't feel that way. She doesn't know that she can't go downstairs because of the fleas yet. As soon as they're gone down there and she's gone, then she's going to have full reign just like she had before. But yeah. So now when they do things like that, I put them in their room. And then I only let out one or two at a time. So they're more easily containable and they naturally act better. Like I haven't hardly, like I left the door open to their room while I was in there just to show trust. And a couple of them left. And I'm like, no. So then I put them in the little prison. And, now they don't. And even with the door open, yeah. So it was I can't even believe that just putting a couple boundaries up and like saying no, putting them in like confinement, and it's not always solitary because sometimes they want to do things, in twos. But when they learn the rules of these are your toys, these are mine, which I know can happen because Joshua knew him, you know? So, all right, back to the comments. All right. I can't tell you how much money, time, and energy we've put into them. It's hard unless you keep them in forever. They do enjoy the inside only, at least from my experience. Yeah, that's always been the question, right? Do I keep them inside because I don't want to deal with fleas or because I'm afraid they might get run over or eaten by somebody? And then the other side is, well, who am I to take their freedom away? Like, am I being selfish and fearful? Am I, encroaching on their life path? So, like that's why I don't, they're raw and clean and, not poisoned. Um, but I'm probably gonna have to change some of that, and I'm definitely gonna have to get Joshua fixed at least, which I've put that off for a year. Obviously, that's not really something I want to interfere with, but at the same time, I can't have any more cats, right? And I want. I wanted to keep the family together because I know how it feels when your family's ripped apart. Like even anytime you like take a little getting Joshua and taking him from her wild family, and they were born outside whatever, but they had a family like indoor outdoor, kind of in a country, foresty, neighborhood, and and I kidnapped her, right? Like Kitty Protective Services, and took her and then confined her to a place, until we got a home. But then the pregnancy thing happened and then the fleas. So, yeah, I really struggle with interfering with what's natural. But I have to make some decisions like that, because yeah, yeah. I never thought I'd be the cat lady to begin with, and I'm definitely not going to be the more cat lady. You know what I mean? Like that would be, yeah, I cannot fuck up one more time, you know? Okay. And the food, feeding them, like they eat way, 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 like their diet's more expensive than mine, you know. Plus, I can grow a lot of mine, and theirs. I always have to buy. Getting the pine litter out here, it's freaking $40 a bag, dude, for a 40-pound bag. Every time I change their litter boxes, that's a whole bag. $40. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I finally started using pine shavings on this last round because I have to find a more of, and the cats are more than your mortgage. You gotta like find different ways. So I am using pine shavings right now, and it's working out all right, other than like the mess on the floor. But again, they're hardwood, and I bought another broom and I left it in the room. So that makes it easy to just like pick up super quick. And that's no big deal. That's a huge savings, for that's $160 every, in a month, 4 weeks roughly. Yeah. So I clean the boxes whenever I notice they've been used, which is several times a day. Yep. No, twice a day at the most. Period. End of story. There's 7 cats. You know what I mean? So, yeah, every morning, like right when I get up, even before coffee, and then at night. Fortunately, the pine, there's no odor. And now that I have diffusers going, which I think are also helping in the war against the fleas, I don't, I've never, cat urine and that smell has never been a problem, except for the last couple days when Jupiter Pooper was going nuts and then got the army to join in. And I'm like, fuck that shit. So like the night before, I left it there thinking that he wouldn't do it again. And yeah, then they all just went poop, 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 poop. Just like it was the biggest fuck you I have ever seen. They really, yeah. So yeah. But I love the pine. I just can't afford the pine pellets anymore. And I was actually thinking of checking out like a sawmill and seeing if I can just get like shavings and stuff from them. But yep, gotta find new ways. Coco, what up, girlfriend? Yeah, I know. Good thing my finger is attached. Dude, it was so you saw it. Yeah, I don't know if you zoomed in, but that's fucked up. Because I don't know. I don't think it was a bone. No, but it was definitely, it's the whole top. Oh. It'll grow back all right. It'll be all right. Should I open this? I haven't seen it all day. I'm kind of scared too, but I do want it to get air. But again, with the cleaning, the oils, oh wow, dude, that looks amazing. What the fuck? Dude, you saw those pictures in that hole? It's like almost fucking all the way grown back. Dude, you saw those photos. Like, I was afraid to see it because I thought it would still be a big hole and I couldn't handle it again. Dude. What the fuck? Okay. If you have not seen the photos, go to my Instagram, instagram.com, Christy Aphrodite. Look at the photos. I don't think I put the second day photo. Let me see if I can. Okay. And I guess I better take my third day photo right now because I need better light. Yeah. Yeah. Let me take care of that because yeah, I was afraid to see it. Now that I saw it, I'm like, what the fuck? Dude, that balm is just ridiculous. I can't even believe this. Wait, let me stand up. There's better light over here. Wow. Okay, well, there it is. I'm actually glad I did that. And I'll let it get some air for a minute and then I'll put some more of the balm on it. But holy crap, dude. For those of you in the chat that saw the photos in this, are you just fucking as shocked as I am? Dude, I like can't even believe it. It's like a whole new skin, like pushed up from underneath. Oh my God. That's so crazy. I'm gonna put some on right now. Oh my God. Yeah, so I've only had this on. I'm not gonna put it on it because I still can't bring myself to touch it. Uh, oh yeah, seriously, just putting it on like that though, it takes away the throbbing, the stinging. I do need to let it get some air because it was covered for more than 24 hours. So, all right, sorry. Let me get back to topic. That was fucking unreal, dude. I was not. Wow. Okay. All right. I love my magical medicine. This is just, it's fucking ridiculous. And you know what's even more ridiculous is people who don't use it. That's what's ridiculous. If you're still taking pills and running to doctors and not trusting Mother Nature, like I put on my recipes. Anybody who has a question, I'm there and tell them how to, like make your own medicine or support someone who is. Like, this is, doctors can't do this. Dude, that's insane. Let's light up together. Let's celebrate that shit. Okay. Back to comments. What up, Coco? Okay. Going it alone, 13 acres, growing your garden, mowing, weeding, cats, cleaning, preserving, to name just some of the chores you have in front of you. Girl, you're me. Oh, that's really sweet. Thank you. I mean, there really is nothing I would rather be doing, but yeah, thank you. Just thank you for the recognition. I really appreciate that. Holy shit, a whole bunch of comments just appeared. Okay, so have you ever tried oil of clove? Oh, dude, that's one of the game changers. So if you've ever seen Marathon Man, that will dull the pain of a drill in your tooth. Oh, you mean for this? Oh, okay. Well, we'll talk about that. So I do have clove in my Pain Be Gone roller bottle and in my Pain Be Gone bomb cream, my Pain Be Gone bomb. Maybe that's what it should be called, the dream cream. But okay, Casey, what up, Casey? Okay, what are you spraying the cats with? I'm gonna get there. For the fleas, you can always buy rugs for kitty cuddling. Yeah, I bought rugs. Now I'm throwing them away. Cats have Asperger's. Yeah, they're castles. Do you have cat trees with a few scratch posts? I have 3 cat trees and 2 extra. And the cat trees are like the real big ones, like 3 and 4 different cat condos in them. And then like a lane one, and then posts and scratchers, dude. Yeah, I have videos of their kitty room also on Instagram. So they're hooked up. They have the right amount of litter box. I thought I was following all the rules, but yeah. Okay. Coco, Casey, hey everybody. Okay, Sunny. Is it bad? I've been saying that for a decade. To whom warranted? Conniving stunt in certain situations. Five Flames, what up? I'm sorry I missed all your messages. I've been talking too much shit. All right, Diane Die. Or is it Diane Die or Diane D? Sorry. Um, I've had cats my entire life. Every one of them had a unique personality. Sometimes I think they are training us. Some of them are truly demon seeds, like their daddy, right? Who never showed up again. Like, yeah, I don't know, man. No, they do all have their own distinct, amazing personality. And I love them all so fucking much. I mean, obviously, I put off my whole life to, and I slept on the hardwood floor with him with his leg thing. That was a month, like, I love these motherfuckers. But again, it's on me. I have to put up boundaries and I can't let the pack, yeah. So they're going to have to learn a few things here and yeah. Okay, you really need to do the light. I already did the light traps. There's four light traps. Yeah. And then there's also the water ones too. But all right. Hey, Bill, how's it going? Neighbor, come on over. Let's get together before winter comes because, yeah, it's not as crazy busy as summer. All right. Getting rid of their fleas first and foremost is the most important. Keep them indoors until they are extremely hot. Exactly. Yeah. Like, there literally cannot even be one anywhere. And I bought like super expensive cedar side for like 4 acres. So I'm not like right now, dude, I've gone through so many oils, you don't even understand. Like, and yeah. So I'm spraying every day, 2, 3 times a day in the house, So, but yeah, I'm going to spray the outdoors too. And I hope it works because that was a really big, pretty, chunky golden penny. um, yeah, but I agree. I have to get rid of the fleas before anything, and I can't let them go back and forth. But when I was doing this yesterday, they went downstairs again, and I'm like, man, I just made all that progress. Okay, I've toiled with the idea for years about keeping them inside. Probably did because I've saved so many from sad situations outside. One almost died from flea and starvation, diarrhea, etc. We fixed her. Oh man. Yeah, like fleas are no joke. You cannot let it get out of hand. And see again, my fault. I should have taken a preemptive approach, right? But at the same time, Joshua, man, the few times she got outside, like after, and the heat, she kind of just sneaks. I can't, like, okay, well, here, let me spray you first. You know what I mean? But again, I'm going to stay up on the cedar and the clove and everything at thyme and myrtle, and I'll go through all of that later. The neem. So hopefully we'll never even have one again. And if we do have one, then it'll be dead immediately. Right. So all of this drama, my whole freak out yesterday with the kitty thing was really, it's all me. I just always, I wasn't even thinking about that. And then it snuck up and went from 0 to 1,000,000. Like, I'm not exaggerating. I've never seen anything like it, man. There were so many little fleas on me. I don't know if you'll be able to see my ankle, but like I couldn't even pull them off. Like, I'm not going to be able to show you. Yeah, it's whatever. I'm not. It's terrible. Like, ugh. Okay, I became allergic to cats out of the blue at 19. Do you know anything about that? Found it weird, broke my heart. You know, Sonny, I was allergic to cats in my teens, and but I was also allergic to everything else too. And that's also when I was going to the doctor and I was taking allergy shots, right? 2 shots twice a week. So now I'm not allergic to cats. So I don't know what happened at your life at 19. Maybe you had a flu shot, maybe you had or some other pill that suppressed your immune system. I wasn't there, so I don't know, but I would definitely like look in those areas of my life if you can remember that far back. I don't know how old you are, but I don't really remember much at 19 except for when I broke my tooth opening is it a Corona or a Heineken? I can't remember, but those were the exotic beers at that age. Okay, Bill, I can save. Oh, cedar shavings. Oh my God, dude, Bill. Yes, please. You have cedar shavings. Oh my God. Please. Thank you. Yes. I'm banned on Facebook again, by the way, for those of you who don't know. I offered to send somebody money on Facebook to help with a car situation and it's like drug money or marijuana or I don't know. It's so funny. So I'm banned again. But yeah, Bill, please, like when can I? I would love cedar. See, pine's good, but cedar's way better because bugs hate cedar, like almost every bug. And to have that in with the kitty, that would be awesome. Thank you. Oh my God, thank you so much. You like that would really solve a huge need. Robbie's little shadow. How's it going? Just curious what you've studied of pet hoarding pathology. I haven't studied any of it, but I'm looking for firsthand experience. Oh, wait, living it. Okay. Sunny Casey. Kimmy, how's it go? Yeah, I am injured, dude, but not really. In 2 days, dude. Again, if you haven't seen the photos, go look at the photos and then you just saw the unveiling. Wow. Okay, Coco, I use newspaper pellets. They're super cheap. Okay, how do newspaper pellets smell though? I would totally be into that. If they keep the smell down. Like one cat, it's easier, but when you have 7 cats and 8 boxes, everywhere, it's not like it's going to get dumped every day. I mean, they get picked up, the poop, but not the pee. So let me know how the newspaper pellets are for odor. Okay, so I saw nothing. What happened? Okay, you must be talking about my hand. So let me I'll get a link from Instagram. Instagram. Oh! Yeah, I didn't post the second photo because okay, so here is the link where you can see, yeah, the second photo that I took of it was worse. So that's the only one you're allowed to see. I was truly concerned I was going to traumatize someone. So, okay, for litter, I use 40-pound bags of horse bedding, which are pine pellets, which are $6 for 40 pounds. So I've been using pine pellets, and a 40-pound is $40 for me out here. So that's why I went to the shavings. But okay, you're saying Tractor Supply, which I add water, say this disintegrate to dust, and I mix with clay clumping litter. I'll check Tractor Supply. We do have one of those, and if they have pellets that I can get like that at that price, then totally cool. Because I do love the pellets, but I can't, you know, I can't go to a pet store and buy them around here. Like I can only get them online. So there's like those pet whatever shopping places and then the shipping and stuff. They have a pretty nice hefty price on them. So, okay. I don't do Instagram. Well, you could just click on it. I mean, you could see a photo. You don't need to do it. You don't need to do anything or anyone, but you can still see it. Okay, holy shit, Christy, your finger is fucking fixed. What the fuck? I need your magic. I'm amazed. Please send me a picture of that. I'm uploading it. Okay, I'll send you the pictures that are on my phone, dude. Thank you. Yeah, you saw. I know. I'm just as fucking shocked as you too. Like, I even talked with my friend today. And he's like, how's your finger? I'm like, well, I haven't seen it yet. I'm afraid to. And then I expressed how even just thinking about it, it just shivers, chills up and down my spine. And yeah, but this was loose and it was, so it just felt right to pull off, dude. It's fucking amazing. Yeah. I have a new bandage here I can put on. But yeah, that's all I've used. Oh, this balm, this tape, and this. That when I put the balm on right now, that little bit, that was the third time I've used it. So, yeah. But just in case you think you need some, there isn't any until there's herbs ready to make, like that have been soaking for like 2 months, but I don't have the rest of the ingredients or the jars. I kind of expressed some of the issues I was having in getting products. And then one place, after I bought the jars, they said, oh, they're due to blah, blah, blah. There's going to be another delay. So I'm like, well, how long is this delay? So I searched everywhere and bought some somewhere else that just so I have them. And you know what, whatever. And some of them are blue. And, normally it's the brown jars, but, and I had to get, yeah. So now some of the jars might change colors here and there, but at least I'm not going to run out, due to fuck you, mother vid. Dude, I mowed, I weed whacked, I fucking, oh man, the cat room, that I can't believe it either. And I'm glad you did see the before picture because this doesn't even look like the same finger. It just, I mean, how does that look the same? Like, how does anything heal that fast? Honestly, I don't. And I by myself have never been a fast healer. Like I had bruises, scars, things like that lasted forever. This is magic. I'm actually glad I pulled this off, the thing live because yeah, that's important that, it's real and live and can't go back. You know what I mean? Like I can't go Photoshop or well, not that I don't even have Photoshop and I don't know how to use it and I don't even want to know. But yeah, yeah, that's why for those of you, are like, why don't you edit your videos or, do things like that? It's because I want to be real and I want you to know you can be real and to be okay, with yourself too. Like when things are edited, I mean, yeah, it's great. You put time and effort, and I appreciate that. But when it comes to things like this, or when you're talking about authenticity, then why would you edit something you don't like or that was out of line? Or, you know what I mean? So that's just part of my path. And so that's actually really fucking cool that this happened while live. All right. Where did they go? Wow, there's a whole bunch. I missed. Okay, sorry. Here we are. I did a similar thing, cleaning a slicer, and mine grew back. All right, good. How long did it take you to grow back? Robbie's Little Shadow. Here's how I learned to be a cat man. Part one, true story. I had a wicked stepmom who covertly euthanized my pet cat and her kittens when I was 15. Oh, so I later learned how to befriend feral cats. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, okay. Twisted my arm, lighting up. All right, here we go. Because I talk too much. 3 boys with autism. Is that you, Sunny? Do you have 3 boys with autism? Can you give a bit of advice on maintaining or preparing for what's coming and keeping shit together in this madness? Hope your finger feels fast. Yes, I can. But I want to get caught up on the comments and kind of finish up, this topic. So I'm copying your comment. And where could I paste it? I'll paste it somewhere. I'll open up an email and then I can read the questions after I get through all this other stuff. So, yep. All right. Compose. Okay, open. Come on. Open says me. All right. So I saved your question. Okay. So here's how I've learned to be a cat man part 2. I also learned my mother probably lost her cat because the coyote ate him. Oh. Shauna, what up? How's it going? All right, Robbie, I befriend a free range cat and probably won't have an indoor pet again ever. They're so much more self reliant. Make a cat house outdoors instead of pets. Yeah. Yeah. So after I get the flea problem solved, then they're going to go outside and then they'll decide who wants what. So if they all want to be outdoor, then they're all outdoor. If they all want to be indoor, then they're all, I don't think they're all going to choose the same thing, but they do love each other. So I don't know. But I am going to let them decide. Even though, as a grandma, I want to protect them, but it's not right to take away somebody's choice. So they will have a choice after I solve the flea problem. I've used cedar side. Oh, Emily, all right. It works for the house. Be very careful using it on the cats. I prefer a bath with gentle soapy water where the water can stay on the cat for 5 minutes. Yeah, you keep these cats underwater for 5 minutes. Yep. Nope. No, thank you. Yes, I'm gonna try it outside, and yeah, hopefully that all works. I'll laugh at did the same thing with the Heineken. Right on, Casey. We have matching toofs. I'm in Facebook jail again too for another 2 weeks. Wow, Robbie, I lost a sock puppet account with a total ban with the sock puppet. So, cool. What'd you get banned for? You into like contraband and fucking drug smuggling or whatever they accused me of this time? It's so funny. Fucking amazing. I just can't even believe that. All right. I only have 1 cat, so the smell's not bad. Probably not ideal for multiple. Okay, thank you. All right. Cedar side also works on palmetto bugs. In fact, stuffing pillowcases with cedar shavings is good for cat beds too to deter fleas while they sleep. Exactly. So, yeah, if Bill has some cedar shavings for me, dude, please, I am right there. I need them so bad. Okay, I just flipped you off. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was deep if you saw the photo, but now it looks almost like it didn't even happen. It just looks like a fucking flea bite. Like here I am telling you this whole drama of how I just cut the tip off and was totally expecting it to be like, one of those gross Beavis and Butthead episodes where, yeah, no. Or what is it? Not South Park. Yeah, when they sometimes do that violent stuff and the blood squirts out. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. So, Toxigandhi is a real horrible germ from cat sewage that should be looked into. Okay. I used to buy expensive feline pine at PetSmart until I figured out how to make my own with horse bedding and water. Okay, so all right, got it, because that's what I've been buying, and I have 2 more bags of it, but I can't do it anymore. So I switched to the shavings a few weeks ago, and I had the pine. Yeah, I can't do it. Every single time I change a litter box is $40. Done. Can't do it. Gary Miller, how's it going? Okay, hang a small light over a dish or bowl of soapy water by the baseboard for fleas. Yep, I had like 8 of them, and yeah, now I have just a few out, and then I have the sticker ones with the lights. So, got it going on. You think your little scrapes and cuts heal super fast. You haven't seen me instantaneously regenerate. One of these days, I'll be Lorena Bobbitt proof. Facebook or it didn't happen. That's all I got to say. All right. And the video. And no, I don't normally think I heal fast, but these magical medicines have. Yeah, I mean, that cat bite and scratch and the nerve damage in 4 days, that was unheard of. And now this, yeah, that's pretty fucking magical. So, but yeah, I want to see your little Lorena Bobbitt, Lobbit, Bobbit, Bobbit. Let's see it. Come on, show us. Show me yours, I'll show you mine. Okay, cats eat our native birds though. Aww. Well, I can't say my cats have been doing that because they've been quarantined. Okay, so I finally got through the comments. All right, so what have I been doing for the fleas? So, I guess like initially I was just in the normal like repel 'em thing, like eucalyptus, peppermint, this or that. And then I started studying and found out that thyme, myrtle, cedar, and clove kill. They don't just repel, they kill. Oh, and neem. So I discovered the neem when I had my spray bottle for the garden, and then I'm like, I think I should try this. And so I just grabbed it when I saw a flea on the cat and I squirted it and it just died like instantly. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm going to start squirting the cats with neem. And then I started spraying thyme and myrtle. And I have so many spray bottles right now. Like I have this one? Well, this is just a repellent. It's peppermint and clove. This one, cedar and clove. It smells so good. But I had to use the big bottles because I was going through so many of these trying to spray the whole damn house. But yeah, so cedar and clove, thyme and myrtle, and neem have been the game changer. And I've gone through a lot of it though, because I've been pretty paranoid. Like I'm not doing any more DE. I'm just fucking done. I'm done breaking vacuums. I'm done with the dust. I can't take it. anymore. I'm a fucking Virgo. Okay. Like I need my shit clean. You know what I mean? So, um, but yeah, so there were sprays with just cedar, then sprays with cedar and clove. And then, like for the cats, I'm using neem and a little cedar, super diluted, because the cedar actually helps, the skin. So I was putting like oil on them as well, but they hate their fur getting all oily, fluffy. So right now the cats are basically just getting neem. Um, and then the house is getting the clove, neem, cedarwood, thyme and myrtle, and then in the diffuser I have clove and cinnamon. I put cedar and clove yesterday, and today's cedar and cinnamon, just because I needed a little spice to make everything nice since I'm not nice. Um, so that's how I was able to switch everything around. But I've literally sprayed everything, everything. And I've washed and rewashed everything, swept vacuum every day. Um, and on the downstairs, since the cats aren't down there, in the neem bottle, I also put soap. And in one of my other oil bottles with the cedar and clove, I also put alcohol because alcohol kills them too. So I literally just sprayed every single thing, the walls, the furniture, the tables, the floors, the carpets, like everything. And so it went from that big crazy infestation to today there was only 2 little baby fleas, like tiny babies. So oh, thank God. And then there were a couple on the cats up here, and I sprayed with neem, so we'll see how that goes tomorrow. But I think I'm finally winning that. And so the purpose of this video was calling all cat ladies. If you know any cat ladies, like, again, I really need to know your strategies for juggling a home, a yard, a garden, preserving food, making medicine, you know what I mean? And still being able to sleep, right? Things like that, and being able to afford all of it because I'm not gonna buy cat, like store bought kind of crap, right? And I'm not gonna just go get an advantage shot or whatever, or pill or spray, or you know what I mean? Like, and so I realized doing it the DE and essential oil way is a longer process. Um, but that's what feels right to do in, my mind. I don't want to, you know, pay for chemicals from a corporation that I know is purposefully trying to hurt me. So, um, yeah. So I'm cool with oils, and I knew, with the vacuum breaking and then me being a few days without it, that really fucking sucked. So that kind of set me back. There were multiple generations that had hatched, before I got to start knocking it out. So, all right. Is there a way to clean that copper water bottle so water from it doesn't taste like old pennies resting in a rainwater bucket? Is that what this tastes like? I got banned for numerous trolling people on Facebook, mostly because I wrote something like, we'd all be better off if asymptomatic carriers of COVID who are immune could travel and spread it. Good job. I didn't even do anything I didn't even get to call anyone a Nazi cunt. Like, Jesus, they're taking all my fun away. No, but I know, because when I got back, they banned me from posting my True Essence link or banned me from sharing anything from my True Essence page. Instagram already banned me on only my True Essence page, and then they banned me on Messenger for sharing a My True Essence link. So it's all about me, really. Like, it's they want to suppress my magic, period. It's not because I'm actually doing or saying anything wrong. I'm not like trolling anyone. I don't have time for that. Like, I mean, it's bullshit. But it's been this way since 2005. So whatever. It just, again, they just cement my greatness. Just seriously, if you're being like picked on, censored, bullied, that's what it is. Whoever is afraid of what you have to say or what you have to share or the light you have to shine, whatever it is, like, nobody picks on a mediocre, right? Because, like, why? Like, great people are busy doing something else, right? And it's the little people, the shitty do nothing people, that want to try to bring down the people who are doing good things. So fuck it. Take it as a compliment. Um, yep. So I have, like, it was 30 days they banned me for. It was like 3 days ago. So I was on for, was it 4 days in a row this time? That's almost a record. So that means 13 days, or maybe, yeah, 13 days. 13 days I've been on in 6.5 months. Fucking Nazi cunts. All right. Focus on your passion. Kitties will find good homes. You have a calling for healing. Rhythmal, Johnny Cat, 20 pounds, $7. Nope, I ain't touching any store-bought shit. No way. What up, Case? Yeah, so Kimmy, I want them to stay together. Again, Joshua and I have had such a good bond, and, I know what it felt like taking her from her family. I know what it feels like having your children taken away. And I mean, I wasn't expecting her to have 6 cats though either. It would have been cool if it was like 3 or something, but it wasn't. So, I'm taking on a lot here. I realize that, but it's ultimately up to me to keep the boundaries there, to keep the rules and enforce them. And, like, that's literally all I had to do, and have that heart to heart with them, and everything's fine. They're not even mad at me anymore. They haven't pooped. They haven't, like, done any of that stuff. But I'm also not letting them run all over my room, all 7 of them, anymore. Like, they're going to use their bedroom for the same thing I do, and I'll have maybe 2 cats plus mom out, and they can kind of rotate, like, whoever's had the best behavior or whatever. After the fleas are gone and after everyone's trained, that I can readdress that. But for now, just even imposing boundaries for a day has, oh my God. Today was fucking perfect. I actually had my morning coffee and smoke with them, uninterrupted. It was peaceful. It was amazing. So we need to kind of keep that good. So that's the plan, right? And I'm sure without this and the fleas, and it'll be a little easier, but yeah, they can't break any more shit. So I just have to make sure my door is closed, right? Things like that, unless I'm here. And there's 3 of them in here right now, and they're not doing anything. But if all 7 were in here, you damn right you'd know about it. So, all right, Robbie, they banned me last May for 30 days for posting a link to the Red Chinese citizen physician Dr. Cheng blatantly discussing IV vitamin C megadosing cures COVID and cancer. Yeah, you're not allowed to say anything true. It's It's definitely a new world, but they're creating a new world. Again, what are we doing? Aren't we creating a new world, right? Like something we want and we can own, right? So just stay focused on doing the right thing, whatever that is for you, what feels good to you, what feeds your soul, and just fuck everyone else. Like, really, fucking fake book and fucking, you know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, really, ultimately, they're doing me a favor. They make people miss me, right? And I'm not arguing with my neighbors. Uh, I'm not as pissed off as I would be if I was scrolling through a Facebook feed, right? I mean, because I have enough shit around here to get pissed off about, but seriously, you know what I mean? All that work I got done, building the garden beds, like everything, I did all this. If I was on Facebook all day, I wouldn't be able to do that. And so people who say they don't have time for anything, maybe you should ban yourself from Facebook. Try it for like 30 days and see what happens. See how your life changes. If you have time to juice, or see if you have time to, build a garden. See if you have time to take gardening classes or herb classes or essential oil classes or read books or, yeah, it's amazing what you have time for. So ban yourself for 30 days. Write a song, 16 days and 16 months. Huh? Sorry, I don't know what that 16 days and 16 months maybe. Um Share the joy. Okay. Facebook's now a MySpace. Aiden, what up, Aiden? Facebook is good for communication. That's it. Yeah, they make it good for communication because they want us to give them everything, right? They don't have to go out of their way to spy on us when we give it all to them. And our networks and our family members and places we've been, places we're going, blah blah blah. Yeah. You type like I do, Kimmy. Sorry. I've been on for 13 days in 6.5 months. I always do that. It's like when I do a typo and then I try to fix it, I have another typo on the same word and I'm just like, forget it. I just can't do it. Okay. These emerging social media sites replacing fake book that allow all the extreme opposite right wing to react now. Pick your poison. Gab is kind of fun. Yeah, I don't really I mean, I like to be able to keep in touch with my friends. It's nice to, let's face it, nobody has time to call 30 people a day, right? But you can make one post or like your friend's post and like, kind of stay up to date in their life. I appreciate that. I appreciate that people share um my work on there, my healing stuff, even though it's not allowed, they at least tell their experiences with it. The groups suck these days. You can't say anything, or now everyone gets penalized. Like, if some unknown person posts something in your group, potentially every single moderator or admin could be like banned. What? Huh. Yeah. So, Christy Wisty, Aiden Baden, you have beautiful skin. Thank you. MyTrueEssence.net. That's Facebook is great, but they used us for nefarious needs. Yeah, exactly. So why are we giving it to them? You know what I mean? Use it for in a way that'll help you, like to promote your business or promote things that you think, plant little seeds. but like trying to educate anyone or trusting anyone on there, like I am sure half the people on Facebook aren't even people at all. So pretty much all social media, they have all those, I forget the name of those labs, or people sit there all day with like hundreds of different profiles posting all this shit and trying to sway, I mean, that's all been out there for so long. So just don't argue with fake people. If you're going to argue, make sure they're cats or a wall, or at least let them be real humans. Okay. I need more water. I got a bottle right next to my bed because, I drink a lot, and be right back. It's just right here. Okay, so where's all the cat ladies telling me how to fix this problem forever? Or do I just have to kind of go with what I'm doing right now? Is it possible to keep an immaculate home and be a cat lady? I mean, it hasn't been too bad, but the upstairs isn't, it's kind of been their territory. And I mean, it's not terrible, but I'm like, what's the point in finishing it here? Because they're just scratching the walls and doing all they want to do anyways. So, and I think the poop and pee and litter and stuff, I'm using that as like a perimeter. And I think that's really helping keep like squirrels and stuff away. So, because I literally have not seen a squirrel, not one, since I've been doing that. Like, literally, not one. And they used to all be right there all day. And yeah, I haven't seen any. So, that's pretty cool. Sometimes I get on Facebook to check out the marketplace. Facebook's an excellent place for ladies to line up their plan B in the dating world. Oh my gosh. That's funny. I have always been offended if, like, okay, because look, if you're looking for a date, there's like Plenty of Fish or Match.com or whatever they're called, right? Like Facebook, I thought was supposed to be for you and your friends and stuff. So when people were like, "Hey, beautiful," I'm just like, "Fuck off and die." Like, shut up, dude. Like, don't even, I'm not here for that. So I've had to say that a few times. Aiden. Not mentioning any names. Oops, wait, I already did. Just kidding. I know you're not like trying to fuck me, but yeah, that ones are. It's like, dude, whatever. And they're probably all Nigerian scammers, anyways, which I fell for one of those like 20 years ago. Yeah. Yep. I lost money. I know fake people that are real. That's awesome. Yeah, there are a lot of fake people that are real. Or real people that are fake, for sure. But no, I think most of the people really aren't people at all. And I'm not talking about non-human soulless entities. I mean like AI bots. Like they're just names and personalities, but you know, plan C and D and E and F. Pulling your bottle of what? Okay. Yeah, dude, Aiden, shut the fuck up. Okay, my rich lady friend kept mini cats. They lived in the garage. Oh no! Like the garage forever? Like were they ever allowed in the house or outside? Or was it a nice big ass cat garage? Or tell me more. Hey, you may as well have a big cat barn once you have more than 3 cats. I know. This pretty much is a barn. No. But that's you know what I mean? They have their area to do whatever they want, and then there's a mutual area. But one thing is for sure, living room, kitchen, and guest room will not be touched by cats. No more, ever again. Um, unless, yeah, when they get older and they're really not into scratching everything. But the guest room, shouldn't have it because you don't know when people are gonna be, um, if they're allergic to cats or whatever, right? So I wanted that room clean. And then my kitchen, like, no. That's one thing, Joshua, when she was pregnant, she became a voracious beast and she would literally like jump on my table and wrestle me for my food, like as I'm trying to put it in my mouth. And you're like, okay, well, she's pregnant. I get it, right? Well, it didn't end. It like became a habit. So that's kind of fucked up. So yeah, she has to, I can't let her get away with that either. It doesn't matter how cute they are. I have to like say no and mean it. Online dating is a joke. Scammers from other countries used Facebook to get green cards. Oh yeah, that's true too. Yeah, I'd cut back on the number of light, soapy water traps to 2 and keep your house pitch black, except for those traps. They need to be strong desk light shining down on a roasting pan. Yeah, big ones. Well, fortunately, I'm at the end of it. So I don't really think they're actually doing anything at all. Because even yesterday, it was just like a handful of babies. And then today, it was 2 babies. Um, so yeah, the traps, there aren't really any more to trap. But I'll probably just keep one, like maybe in the living room and the cat room and maybe even my room just to have. And I'm definitely going to have a diffuser going all the time downstairs in my room and the cat room. So and then if I do like a weekly clove or cedar spray, then maybe we could just be done with this forever and ever. And that would be really nice. But again, that's my fault. I should have made a preemptive anti-flea strike. I just thought I hadn't seen any. So deal with it if it happens. And I sometimes have too much faith in everything working out perfectly, and sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't, and this time it definitely didn't. It fucking backfired and I got my ass kicked. But again, I've discussed this before, like in it's a whack-a-mole life and another one where it's just reflective of what's going on around us, you know what I mean? The parasites here is showing me, there's, yeah, so I don't need to bring that up again. No, she hooked them up. Tiers of beds, walkways, and fucking servants. The cats had fucking servants. Well, of course we're their fucking servants. They're queens. Just ask them. That's cool. Yeah, I'd like to be able to hook them up more and more. And I will as I get kind of caught up, but that's cool, What would extreme elated pride be without the flip side of at least once getting duped by online scammers? There you go. Yeah. So yeah, it's just like I wrote on Instagram yesterday, like you have with people, I have to have boundaries with the cats. I have to have boundaries with the parasites. And it would be nice if everyone could live in harmony, walking sticks, grasshoppers, fleas, flies, armadillos, but you can't. And It's weird because when I'm like plotting to kill everyone, you know, oh, wait, I better clarify, right? So I'm not like a terrorist. But yeah, like the armadillos, the squash bugs, the aphids, the flies, the fleas. I kind of feel like I'm like Illuminati. I'm just going to wipe them all out. I'm going to poison them. I'm going to gas them. you know what I mean? It's kind of fucked up, but kind of funny at the same time. And, I don't want to ever tell anyone what to do or control anyone, including my cats, but sometimes you have to. And when the predator, take over your food or take over your home, you just kind of have to stand up. So it's another good lesson for me to not get too lenient and too laxed. And, it's good to have hope, but, it's also probably better to remain vigilant as well. So, you can easily train kittens not to scratch by stroking their front paws in the direction of their fur when they need you and say soft paw. Their claws will retract. They say, good soft paw kitty. Oh, I'm talking about clawing furniture and stuff. They're not even, I had a cat tree in the living room and they didn't differentiate. So that's when I decided I had to contain them. And then all the cat trees went upstairs. Um, they'll figure it out eventually. This is yes, that's no. But right now they don't. And when you're trying to fight seven of them, one's doing something and then you go after him and then the other six are getting away with something else. And it's just, they enjoyed running me around mad. I am pretty sure they're going to be telling their grandbabies about this. Yep, if they were looking to get a rise, they done good. And they're so fast and smart and quick. And I'm just like this big ogre, think I'm going to catch a kitty. Yeah, that doesn't happen. They love it. It's just like these little things looking all the way up at me. All right, how can we fuck with her now? Yeah, I'm sure they enjoy it. And they should. And it is funny until it's not. So yesterday it wasn't funny. Yesterday, nothing was funny. Boundaries save us from chaos. Great point, Five Flames. This method is explained in a book called How to Be Your Cat's Best Friend. All right, I'll have to check it out. How to Be Your Cat's Best Friend. Christy, if it wasn't for you showing comical, nutty, multiple personalities you've proven, I'd probably be a resentful asshole to conceited, overprivileged Barbie doll bitches in my past. Thanks. Oh, that's great. Thank you. I am so glad I could help with your problem. I was definitely a princess, like, Barbie doll bitch or whatever, I guess. And aren't we all multiple personalities? Like, really, we're not all one thing. And again, that's why I choose to share the dark. And like when yesterday was so hard with the kitties, and I'm like, I can't do this. I chose to share that because I think it's important for people to know that, you're not always that soft, furry, cute little kitty. Like, back these guys in the corner and they're gonna fucking kick your ass. You know what I mean? So, and I learned a lot in my way from princess programming to how I live now. And I like how I live now. I've never been an overprivileged person. I did, things were kind of comfortable growing up, but it's single mom. my grandmother helped my mom, but it wasn't like I lived, later though, when I was owned, when I was like everybody's trophy, I kind of lived, I guess kind of privileged-ish lifestyle, in a way. But even then, I was bringing people over to my home, feeding them, clothing them. Like, I was always, yeah, even at 12 years old, like when I was organizing things so yeah, I don't fully fit the description of the people you detest the most, but I was definitely pretty close, for a long time. And I am so thankful that I got to live life in so many different types of environments, homelessness included, hillbillies, rednecks, billionaires, barflies. Like, I always ran from the rich people, the ones with the most money, always. Yeah, yeah. And even when I was younger, I would get in trouble. Like, I wasn't allowed to hang out with dudes that had long hair. Yeah, my mom was, oh my God. Yeah, that was just like, yeah, that means I'm a loser, or they're automatically losers, or it was, yeah, I grew up in a very, very judgmental environment. So it's taken a lot of years, to chip away at everything that I was taught. And now I'm like the total opposite, and everyone who tried to groom me is rolling over in their grave. And good, motherfuckers! How you like me now? I mean, not my problem. So, comical, nutty, multiple personalities you've proven. That's so funny, dude. I love that. I'm saying you can teach cats as kittens not to scratch so they will recognize the command soft paw. Oh, okay. Cool. I got stung by bees 6 or 7 times this summer. I had not been stung in years. Toes, legs, and then I stirred up a wasp nest. Have not run so fast since I was in my childhood. Oh man, are you getting hit hard too? I wonder though, like, I kind of think that, I mean, people pay money for bee sting therapy, right? So usually when I've never been stung, so that's probably why I can say this, right? Don't kick my ass. But I'm just saying, I think that when people do get stung, that, the bees are actually helping them. They needed it on some level. And I actually know people that they had conditions that improved after their random bee sting. So I don't know. Maybe they were trying to help you. They sacrificed their life to poke you. So they must have thought pretty highly of you. I made a whole big blog entry linking your princess programming video. Oh, that's sweet. Doxing my deceased Barbie doll aunt, an ex-girlfriend, my stepsister for their reference. It was awesome. It meant a lot. Okay, well, cool. I'm glad you're not trolling me. Or if you are, you're at least nice. No, but if that was able to help you in some way, that's really fucking awesome. So thank you. Yeah. And thank you. Okay. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Malibu Christie is not here. Dude, I haven't even brushed my hair. I just don't like, I wear the same clothes for days. I'm not like, there's not one single decision I make that's to try to make myself look good, in any way. So, but I like to make myself feel good. And I kind of found out that when you feel good, you look good naturally. So And I think that's just like the happiness glow. You know what I mean? Because obviously I'm not like, there's like fucking beautiful people, and I'm just like, no, I'm actually kind of ugly, really. If you like, look at my features, my right side and my left side are totally different. And like, if you took them out and, it's not all that symmetrical. And, my nose is kind of big, my ears are kind of big. I have that scar, like, I don't pluck my eyebrows. Like, I don't know. But I think we look better when we feel better, and we feel better when we take care of ourselves, and when we learn to say, fuck off, motherfucker, and say it sooner, which has always been my lesson. Always kind of like hoping for the best and waiting for, until that last straw when I finally roar. But then I had to get over that whole, women aren't supposed to get angry thing, and that. So that's been fun. All right. Oops, where'd they go? Okay, I don't know. Not too old to run, apparently. I don't know if any of us actually control ourselves. That blog entry also went to my total wealthy, privileged, blonde bombshell cousins I've never met in their 40s with everything wealthy. Look, wealth isn't everything. Like, there was a time I was pretty mad at my family. Like, really? You're gonna watch me on the streets, unable to fucking talk or walk, and no income, and hoard your fucking money and your shit, and like poke fun at me or do what you can to, like, I thought that it was unfair and cruel and all sorts of things, right? But honestly, like, who do you know with money that's happy? Like, all of them were screwing each other over. Like, all the decisions they make are geared towards money. They don't have love, freedom, happiness. Like, dude, I would not trade places with anyone, really, especially no one with the money or any of that. Um, I'm trying to think right now if I know anyone who's lived for money that's happy. But I know I've thought about this before, and I don't think of a one. It's like the relationship thing too. Everybody's beating themselves up for not being in a relationship, but look around you. Who's in a healthy relationship? Maybe 3 people I know, maybe. So I'm sorry that your family's assholes, and that they probably cast you out and stuff too, but take it as a compliment. It's not because you're less than, it's because you're better than. And the reason they're given things so easily is because they need it. Why? Because they're incapable of doing it on their own. Okay. So just keep that in mind. Like, your school is tougher because you're a better person. You have more in you, more ability, more capacity, more outreach. Like, you're going to leave a way bigger legacy than somebody's stupid piece of paper money. That's a fact. So all of you, like, remember that when people are fucking with you or picking on you or casting you out, ostracize, what, disowning you, all that stuff. Fuck them, dude. Their money will eat them. Their money will consume them. I mean, how easy is it to be possessed, right? It's your possessions. And while they think that they possess the most, they're actually the most possessed. So, yeah, just thank God that you're not, or whoever, just give thanks that you are free from that. Like, I am so thankful. Like, it hurt me all those years. It was 10 years no contact with my mom when she died. And no amount of money would have been worth it. Like, and my brother stuck around for the money and Leroy. And guess what? They're duking it out in court. Yeah, it's hilarious all these years later. Yeah. So just thank God you're not them. I definitely give thanks I'm not them or anything like them. I'd love to see your blog though, if you want to share it. If you don't, that's okay. But all right, five flames, our minds, and the words it puts forth. Who can understand such strange things? Not me, dude. If that's like been a major goal of mine, I wish that I could express what's in here in coherent words, but I can't. I can only kind of psychically transmit pictures. And even those are, I color outside the lines, they're hard even for me to understand, but use words to describe impossible for me. Anyways, I really love when I find people that can express it, though. It's like, you just took that from my mind and you said it in a way that it makes sense. And all I could do is stutter and like, So- Oh yeah, our minds are crazy, that's for sure. All right. Yeah, I did say I've never been stung. Isn't that something? The stinging bee. Wow, what a selfless act of individual to prolong the health of the whole. Yes, wow. So, hey, thanks. My son said the same thing while I was in pain. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to like diminish it at all. I am positive it sucks. And so, my one friend got stung right beside me, and my daughter used to get stung too. So, we would just pick a dandelion because usually that's what they were on, and then put the dandelion right on the sting, and it goes away in no time. Also, like the hiker's peak oil and stuff worked instantly. But yeah. So my daughters, everyone around me has been stung, but I guess the bees just don't like me that much. I don't know. Or maybe I just haven't needed their medicine when I mean, they're all over my yard. All the pictures I took of my flowers today, there's bees in them. But yeah, I wouldn't want to. Yeah, maybe I feel like they they thought you needed it. So like, okay, so the poison is the cure. Here's one thing, like nettles. Everybody hates nettles, this and that. So when I was doing some work trade on the farm I lived on, they wanted all the nettles gone. So I decided not to chop or not to pull just the nettles. Like I literally dug through and pulled their whole root system. I used no gloves, okay? And I don't know if you guys remember, the arthritis, the bumps I had on my fingers that don't exist anymore, like all the swelling I had in my hands. That was when I was sous chef at the timber house. And, I was dropping things because, yeah. So, I mean, I used my oils too, but I know that the nettles helped as well. And I got stung and stung and stung. And it was, I worked until I couldn't work anymore, but after a couple days, my hands were like brand new. So I don't know. I'm kind of a believer in a little bit of pain once in a while. I'm not promoting pain and I don't like it. You know what I mean? It would be nice if everything was fluffy and rainbows, but it's not. And just realize that every time you're in pain, it's just an opportunity for growth. Like yesterday, I was in so much emotional pain. I thought my kitties didn't appreciate me and I lost my best friend and I can't keep up. And you know, but I knew, so my housemate was like, "Well, okay, I'll come home early and I'll get rid of the cats." And I'm just like, well, I think I should really, think rationally. I need to just kind of calm down, think about this for a while, and that was sweet. But I knew that wasn't what I wanted, and that I was just reacting to all of that shit coming to a head. And yeah, I felt unappreciated, because I think I've done everything I can think of, or almost. I've definitely done everything I can, and then some, more than I can, actually. Like, more than I can. Oh. And I'm thankful that there has been a way to get through this. But again, I've never had credit cards in my life, or been in debt, or had loans. And now there's a house, a mortgage, credit card bills that are maxed. Like, so yeah, I'm super thankful though. So I'm trying to get over the fear and the suffocation of it's okay. I borrowed money for a minute. It's, I think it's for the greater good, really. I mean, I could be sitting in a barn in Washington burning up with a bunch of fucking Nazis trying to send me to jail for not wearing a mask. I could do that. Life would be so much better. I wouldn't be in debt, would I? Oh, yeah, I would, because I already borrowed the money to start the business before this. So if I didn't have a place to actually follow through with the business, then all that money would have been trash. I'm not complaining. I'm so thankful that I am in a place that, even though the credit cards are maxed, that I have been able to provide what I could for the kitties and the basics for the home and stuff, even though everything breaking and stuff sucks a lot. And there were a lot of things I didn't take into consideration, in the budget and stuff, but I'm learning and I'm going to make it, I'll be fine. But those cats better appreciate me, man. I'm a Virgo. I can't help but clean all the time. You know what I mean? And with the extra DE and oh God, it's just, I need this to be over. Just please. Okay. Frometrical. Talking about the whole package from inside. Oh, that okay. So you're beautiful, and talking about the whole package from inside out. You glow with life, dear. Thank you. Aw. Beauty hinges delicately upon demeanor. Well, I don't exactly have a delicate demeanor, but I can guarantee every action is with the best intent. They are the first to go when change comes. I am in a good relationship with myself. Oh, good. Yeah, that isn't it amazing? Like, how our view of life, ourselves, what self love is and isn't, how all those things change until, we really do find that peace. It's a different world, and I'm so grateful. But yeah, I can definitely still get triggered. Castles. Now I, I love them so much. They're just the cutest little fuckers. Okay, everyone I know in a relationship absolutely hate existing at least once or twice a month, some even more, some all the time. I come from a poor family and I'm a working class individual. I'm thankful for that Bee stings hurt, but it's not that bad. Blood type. If you're asking me, I honestly don't know. Amen. Okay. I'm at least nice because I don't have time nor reason to be mean to you anymore. Well, good, because it's a waste of time. It's dumb. Even people I don't like, I'm not mean to. It's just, I don't know. It's weird. But I try to avoid them if I can. But yeah, like going out of your way to like be mean to someone, it just, there's better things to do with our time. It was like how I used to get caught up in searching rabbit holes, whether it's like Illuminati or 911 or 9/11, whatever, or all of them, Sandy Hook, or like following all those rabbit holes and being mad at who you think either did it or who you think isn't paying attention, or you know what I mean? It was kind of, yeah, I decided to start applying that time towards improving myself, and I like that approach. It works much better for me than my previous approaches. Like, and if you really do like want revenge on someone, really the best revenge is taking care of yourself and being happy and healthy and whole while they're not, right? Because people who would do whatever they did to you aren't people that are happy and healthy, right? So, yeah. So you be that and let them just eat themselves. It's like when you spray a squash bug with neem oil and they hate it so much that it causes them to just not eat and basically kill themselves. Well, that's kind of what happens when you take care of yourself, and then you're thriving and you're happy and you're producing and creating, because that's what they were trying to stop in the first place. So keep going, right? Otherwise, you're doing their job, whoever the detractors are in our lives. So, just went to pray. Good job, Aiden. Would you like to say a prayer for us? Christy Wisty sitting on a log, eating her curds, and why? You mean way? When down came a spider and sat down beside her and scared poor Miss Christy away. That would happen. I am scared of spiders. I let them live, but I don't cuddle with them. Dude, Aiden, my finger is better. Did you see the photos? And did you see me take my thing off today? But I'm not going to show it to you unless you tell me you saw the photos, because otherwise you're going to think that I didn't cut my finger. All right, so there's no more cat ladies advice on how to balance. Okay, so I'm just going to go follow through with the plans I came up with, and that's the boundaries. And so far, everything is working awesome. So if we're done with the cat stuff, then I will take questions before I close. And that one that I saved, I'll get to that now. Can you give a bit of advice on maintaining or preparing for what's coming and keeping shit together in this madness? Okay. So, well, I will say this. I've been saying for 15 years, get out of the cities. But then there's also that thing, the new normal, forest fires that don't burn forests, they only burn rural people, especially trailer parks. Um, So is that necessarily sound advice anymore? I don't know. But I feel better being in the country. So I'm trying to develop a life where I don't have to go to the store. And I'm even going to grow loofah. So I'm growing my own towels. And if need be, they could be toilet paper, right? I have water, I have a spring, fresh water all year, and then building the food forest so that it will be producing something year round and preserving everything I can. So I hope that you all are at least doing that. And if for some reason you're not able to, then learn everything you can about wild foods. Okay. So, all as many trees, weeds, plants as you can figure out. And then find the places that aren't on fire where you can go harvest what you need to harvest, right? If you are in a home in a safe place or whatever, you should hopefully be see me. I started from scratch, so it sucks because I had my whole life of food storage and things like that, but I literally had to start from scratch. So the way I'm doing that is I buy a little extra every time I go out, which isn't that often. I shop once a month now. I don't there's really no reason for me to have to go to a store, at least now while the garden's growing. We'll see what happens in winter, how many tomatoes and herbs and things like that I have to last. But I would definitely make sure that you have enough food for a while and a way to prepare it, have some type of backup power source, whether it's a tuna can and a quart of 91% isopropyl alcohol, right? Or whether it's propane, or whether it's a generator, or whether it's a magnesium stick and rocks you know what I mean? Like, make sure you know how to build a fire. It might be your only source to heat water, to bathe in, or to cook in, or whatever. I mean, I've kind of lived this before and tested my skills in these areas. So if you have not tested your skills in those areas, then I would definitely start now. If you don't know how to fish and you like fish, learn to fish now. If you have not made friends with your farmers, your local farmers yet, do it now, because after shit goes down, they're like, who are you? You show up now? You didn't support us all these years, and now that it's the end of the world, you want me to feed you. You know what I mean? I don't think it's going to be like that. I think that farms that are being put out of business, or people growing, they're going to have enough for their families and the people they love the most, period. End of story. You know what I mean? And if you haven't been in their lives before a crisis, you're not one of their favorite people. You know what I mean? They're going to feed who's been there. So build those relationships in your community now if you haven't already started. Like, literally now. I don't care what you have to do. Go to the gym, go to the library, talk to people at the grocery store that smile. Not a lot of people smile these days, you know what I mean? So when somebody does smile or say hi to you, talk with them. You know they're a real person. Go to classes of something that you enjoy and meet more like-minded people, even if it's, yoga, painting, wild foraging walk, Like, do things like that. Learn as many skills as you can. Okay. Because even, look, you can hoard everything and you can still have shit disappear, be incinerated in an instant. So then what? Right. So skills are more important than what you can save, right? You can only fit so much in a backpack or car or in your pockets. So, what are those things that you would put in your pocket or your backpack or your car? Do you have bug out bags? Do you have like maybe extras, like an extra vacuum belt, for example, or an extra can opener, or things like that, right? Because I do believe we will see a time where we will not be able to replace things in a store the way we have been, you know, accepted as normal our lives. So the necessary things, make sure you have two, right? At least the one you're using and a backup. Okay, so how do you deal with the madness? Feel it. Okay. Don't ignore it, but also don't take it out on anyone else. You know what I mean? Turn it into art, turn it into a video or a God Bless America 2020 song, or right? Box it out, right? Go to the gym, swim it out, paint it out, talk it out, cry it out, cuss it out, like feel it, don't suppress it. But also know that every single thing that happens is for your benefit. So, what do you need to learn here? Do you need to learn to surrender a little more? Are you living by fears? Are you letting your fears stop you from living? Like none of this is fun. I'm not looking forward to any of this, right? But at the same time, I'm like, wow, this is a really fucking crazy ass movie, you know? And so I'm just kind of enjoying it as a show, as a comedy, really. So I'm not emotionally triggered at all by politicians or anything political or anything they do at all. Not one bit. It doesn't like, and that was a process too, right? That was like 12 years of, caring less. But now I'm like, I don't, it's funny to me, like all the headlines I read or hear about, and they're supposed to be scary, and I'm supposed to be mad at somebody. I'm just laughing. I'm call my friend, hey dude, check this out. It's we're all gonna die today. And like it's just so that's how I deal with it as comedy. When fear does come up, as I've shared in some of the videos, like I had fear of that storm where the power company said we'd be without power. And I'm like, oh my God, I just filled the freezers and now I'm going to lose everything. So I just have to self talk myself, right? Like, oh, there's a fear there. Ah, shit. All right. I guess I still have a little work. So is this fear like real? Is it, you know what I mean? Because sometimes I have to wonder, is it there because it's due to trauma or due to, is it an actual intuitive feeling? Or, you know what I mean? And that's often hard deciphering. But when you think you can't do it, look back at your life and look at everything you've already accomplished. This is a cakewalk. And it's funnier than it ever has been. When have you ever seen fucking politicians like argue like kindergartners like they do today and call each other names and stuff? There used to be like kind of a code, like they were kind of, at least pretended to live at a higher standard. And now they're just like, oh, it's hilarious. So look at it as the comedy that it is. Don't get caught into it, right? Because that's what they want. They want to play against your emotions and you use your emotions against you, right? And what happens? You get paralyzed with fear or powerlessness or, or any of those things, right? Doom, doom, doom. Okay. But like they're creating or trying to create their world. Well, what the fuck are we creating? We can create too. In fact, we're creating their world for them because they can't create. There's creators, there's destroyers. We are creators, they are destroyers. Unfortunately, the destroyers are our teachers, okay? And they're the ones that hoard the money and the gold and the corporations and all of that. That's fine. If we don't take on all the games and distractions they put there for us, we wouldn't be creating the world they're having us create for them. So don't pay their distractions. Pay them as little attention as possible unless you're looking at it for comedy or to see, why your neighbors want to kill you today, right? So, yeah, and then focus on creating your world. La 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 la. Who cares? Who cares what fucking Trump is doing? Who cares what fucking Biden is doing? Who cares what fucking AOC or fucking whoever? Who cares? They're cartoon characters. Use that time and energy to prepare yourself, make yourself feel confident, make yourself happy, healthy, content, whatever it takes to make you feel secure, right? So, and you know what that is. You got to cover the basics. So, where are you going to get water? How are you going to light a fire? And what are you going to eat? It's pretty much all you need. And if you are building those alliances and have built those alliances, right, then you have other people to rely on. You have a skill, they have a skill, and they have a skill, and you have a tool, and they have a tool. And then all of a sudden, you're a community who's got each other's back. So whatever they do is actually insignificant because now you have gained how many more skills, how much more power, and how much more love. All right. Water time. Aiden wants to pull my finger. Go for it. It's growing back though, so there's more to pull. But after you pull it, I might shove it up your butt. All right. For whatever reason, this YouTube stream is choppy from my end. And so I probably see this video at least 2 minutes in the past. Bummer. That happens a lot. All right. And good work. Okay, cool. So I hope I answered that. Just do whatever it takes for you to be centered. Like yesterday, my day was like so fucked up. But you know what makes me feel good? My garden, mowing is a form of meditation, weed whacking. Like when I feel bad somewhere, then I go do something else that makes me feel good. But I don't fight the bad feeling. You know what I mean? Like I went all the way through it with my cats yesterday. I cried, I screamed, I cussed, I felt hopeless, I felt worthless, I felt unappreciated, unloved. I felt that the obstacles before me were insurmountable. I felt all of that. But then after I let it flow through me, I'm like, that's so dumb. Of course I got this. You know what I mean? Calm the fuck down, Missy. So but yeah, you have to let it go through you because, stuck emotions is what causes disease. All right. Let me get that up. So, a little bit. Yeah, fuck it. It's getting a little warm. There's one window open, but the weather's actually been really nice. No air conditioning, and it was actually chilly this morning. So, my whole summer has been good, but in the last couple weeks, I felt a dark cloud moving in over my life. I hope it passes soon. Yeah, so Summer, it's been good, but there's been lots of challenges. But the last few weeks have definitely kind of ramped up a little bit, kind of feeling like that trash compactor in the Star Wars episode. And if I don't know if you know much about astrology, but I would probably kind of look there. I know like Mars went retrograde, kind of find out what house, you know, that's aspecting in your personal chart. And that can give some insight as to your challenges. So Chiron is in Aries, Mars. So this is all my first house, by the way. Um, which my natal Mars is in Virgo. So obviously, sixth house stuff is going to be affected. Health, home, shit like that, right? So find out. And then, with all that transiting in my first house, that's, that's a lot of shit. So find out where it's going on in your chart. And there's a lot of damn transits, man. So all of these planets that were in Capricorn, like they're going to be gone forever. Like we'll never see Jupiter in Capricorn again, or Saturn in Capricorn. Everything's gearing up to go into Aquarius, which I'm actually not looking forward to. But yeah, there's some retrogrades and stuff. I'm not like, I don't have it all memorized off the top of my head, but if you could either look it up like astro.com, or definitely if listen to like Peace Dealer or Leo King. And there's a lot of good astrologers, but they nail it and they tell you the truth no matter how shitty it sounds. So I love them for that. So they have the transits all memorized. So I would definitely recommend listening to them to find out more about your chart and where it's transiting. So I don't know about astrology, but I see this happening to me from time to time throughout my life. Right. Well, because there's transits, there's 2.5 year transits, there's 3 year, 6 year, 12 year, 8 year, 12 year, 30 year, you know what I mean? 28 year, like your Saturn. There's so a lot of these common things or themes will come up in our life when different houses are being um, aspected. So astrology kind of helped me not kill myself because, it I was able to see more that, number one, this isn't my fault. Number two, it's not your fault. We are who we are. So it's kind of like your blueprint, and it can give insight into things you may be good at or things you may need to work on or your life path. And it can also tell you, like when you look at your chart, it's basically like a syllabus when you're entering college, so to speak. And you can kind of look at where the transits are and where they're aspecting you. So you can actually know when you're going to address family issues, or when someone's going to die or you're going to get sick, or and I'm not talking like using it for predictions or anything. I'm just saying that these houses mean something, and when they're transiting, like when I got my ass kicked all those years, dude, do you think I wasn't going crazy? It was astrology that made me realize, oh, that's just these transits, they'll be over soon, and these are the lessons here. Yeah, it kept me from killing myself and other people. So I would, check into it if at least, everyone should at least know their own chart. It's kind of like knowing your social security number. And the more you know about that, the more you'll understand about yourself. Um, yeah, and you don't have to be like a full-on astrologer to do that, you know. And again, you know, just go slow with it. Like look up your chart maybe on astro.com and then watch some like beginner videos from like Alyssa Trahan or AIB Astrology that will explain, you know, unless you have books, but it's nice to just put on a video and you can hear it in the back of your mind maybe. And but just at least know your basics, your sun, moon, ascendant, Venus, Mars. And then also, the more you know about other people, you'll hate them a lot less because it's just who they are, right? An Aquarius is an Aquarius is an Aquarius. No matter how Virgo you want them to be or whatever, right? They're not going to be. So the more we understand and accept of ourselves, the more we can love and forgive ourselves, and the more we can understand, accept, love, and forgive others. So, we had frost warnings the past few nights, been trying to get shit hunkered down. Wow. Can you read my card? September 2nd, 1963. Well, I don't read cards. But I do have these books, The Cards of Destiny, and I can tell you what your card is. September 2nd. So happy birthday. September 2nd. Oh, you're a 9 as well. So you're a 9 of diamonds, 7 of spades. I'm a 9 of clubs with a 9 of spades. So I would check this out because this actually is even easier than astrology. And I know it's crazy, but when I know how to read this, this is like literally your whole life. It's pretty insane that anything can be this accurate. But okay, 828. Let's see. 828. That's August 28. You are a Jack of Hearts. Oh, with a 9 of Clubs life path. All right. And I'm a 9 of, wait, sorry, 28. Is that clubs or spades? That's clubs. All right, cool. So clubs basically are the suit of wisdom, diamonds, money, hearts, love, spades is kind of strife, kind of loss, you know, but there's beauty in everything, right? And so my path, and nines are usually pretty extreme paths. They're probably the most extreme because we're all about endings. And so then you look at the suit and you know it's kind of set up like astrology, but it just uses the cards and the numbers. But you can get some free information. It's called Cards of Destiny. I think the website is knowyourdestinycard.com, and you'll get some pretty good information. Or yeah, I always see the endings in the beginning, a blessing and a curse. Jack. Yeah, no problem. So I hope you remember those cards and then check them out and read all you can because that helped me a lot too. I met a dude named Steve when I was home like 5 years ago, almost exactly, maybe a couple weeks ago or something. And he told me about this, and I was shocked I had never heard of it. But he let me read his books, and I was just shocked at how accurate it was. And again, that also taught me more about myself and made me finally realize I'm not doing anything wrong. It's just the path, motherfucker. I remember that when you went back there. Yeah, so I don't know, those things helped me a lot. Also nature, getting outside, fresh air, nice days, flowers. Oh my gosh, I still have flowers and everything blooming, and that makes me happy. I should post some flower photos today. Yeah, and my basil plants are like, they are gigantic. I posted some pictures on Instagram, and these are the same plants that I just cut all those buttloads back from. So that's pretty exciting. Okay, guys, I don't think we want to play with that. Mom's doing Fight Club training. Oh, that's sweet. She's such a good mom. That's awesome. So yeah, you'll want to read about both of those. And I wonder, I might be able to, well, no, I would have to know more. But this is a really good book. And this one too, by the same guy. Same, it's just different information. So then you can read like about the jacks and then the jack of hearts, then read about the nines and then the nine of clubs. But if you do your chart that you have a Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto in these too. So then you put that all together and it gets really confusing. So I wish I had more time to just read books and study and memorize that, but I don't. So I use them for reference when I need them. But okay, it looks like it's almost armadillo patrol time. So I'm going to kind of wind down if there's no more cat stuff or if there are no more questions. But yeah, the game changers. Okay. Oh, and also pubmed.gov. I posted links on Facebook. They were talking about how thyme and myrtle are better than DEET and what's it called? Permethrin or something. So the clove, thyme, myrtle, clove, cedar, and neem actually kill them. And cedar can kill and eliminate like most insects. So if you want to make a spray, you can just do it with like depending on what you're using it for, right? Like you can put soap in it for the floors or whatever for fleas or those kinds of bugs, but you wouldn't want to put it if you're spraying your cat because they're going to lick it. Um, or you could just do the oil and the water or oil and alcohol and water, because that kind of, mixing it with something helps it mix with the water. If you just put the water and the oil, then the drops of oil are going to sit on top. So I put the oil first, then I'll put the either alcohol or witch hazel or soap or, whatever else I'm depends on what I'm mixing, and then water goes last. I just lied. I didn't mean to. That was unintentional. It was totally wrong. With the ones I put soap in, I do the oil, the water, and then the soap goes in last. Because if you put the soap in first, then when you fill the water, it's gonna, bubble over. So yeah, everything else, the oil, the mixer or solvent, and then the water. But when you're mixing something like with soap, then you would put the oil, the water, and then the soap at the end. So, yeah. And so I'm just keeping these with me all the time. And you can spray everything with this. This one is the cedar, clove, alcohol, and water. And this, you can spray it everywhere. And plus, the alcohol is drying, right? And you're not like soaking everything. So I didn't have any problem spraying all the furniture and everything with these. But all right. So, okay, it looks like no questions. So I just want to thank you all for being here. And yeah, I'll update you on my finger. That's actually pretty crazy exciting. We got to see together. Holy crap. I'm going to call my friend right now. And if you're watching, expect a call because isn't that fucking amazeballs? All right, we're going to do this again. So my website's at christyaphrodite.com and mytrueessence.net. And then, yeah, banned on Facebook. So I post on Instagram, which goes to my public page on Facebook. And then I've added a few other people as admins that can run my pages for me. So if you see Christy Aphrodite or My True Essence posting, normally they'll say, hey, this is Ginger, this is Nicole, or that. Um, but yeah, it's not me for like 4 more weeks. All right, guys, take care. And yeah, shit's rough, but just know you've got this. Okay. We're totally gonna win. Just don't ever lose, don't ever let doubt enter your being. All right. Have a good night. Thank you.